Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to be playing through the solo mode of Dune Imperium. This is a game from Dire Wolf. It is a 1 to 4 player game that takes roughly 1 to 2 hours to play, and is a competitive game where players are going to be competing throughout the game to gain victory points. At the end of the game, whoever has the most will be the winner of the game. So I know I'm a little late to the party with this one, as it came out a little while back, and I know some of you have noticed that it's been sitting on my shelf there for a while, and I finally was able to get it to the table, as I've heard some really good things about it, so I really was looking forward to checking this one out. And now I want to do a little bit of coverage on it. So I'm going to start with this solo video playing through and seeing if I can defeat the rivals in the veteran difficulty, I think. And I will be using the companion app with this one. It is a free download app that basically takes the place of the deck of cards. Now, you don't have to have the app if you don't want to. You can simply use the deck of cards to handle the rivals that you're going to be playing against. But the companion app is really nice, and it does give you keynotes on each one of the cards, letting you know the different things that that card does, just in case you forget certain parts of it, which is really nice and definitely appreciated, as I'm still kind of getting into this game. I've only played it a couple times, so I'll do my best not to make any mistakes, but let me know in the comments down below if you do catch anything, or if there's something that you saw that I could have done that would have been a better option, depending upon whether I win or lose this one. So as always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine, so we can continue to grow, be able to produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I drop new videos, also give that notification bell a ring, and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff, such as new teaching videos, playthroughs, unboxings, Kickstarter coverage, and many more. So let's go ahead and head to the table, and we'll see how this one plays. Alright, so at this point there's a couple of additional steps I have to take care of during setup before I can jump into the game. So let's go ahead and start with the deck to determine what I can potentially purchase. Alright, so we got a couple of good cards already. Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll have a couple of cards that can potentially thin our deck a little bit. That'll be good. And then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle my cards. So I have my starting hand here. And I already grabbed a lot of the resources in that. In the solo mode, you do get a couple of extra resources depending upon the difficulty you select. Alright, that's good and shuffled. And then let's go ahead and load up the app. All right, it's flipped around on me. There we go. All right, I'm going to select solo game, and I'm going to use Count Ubin Risi. Okay, and then I'm going to be playing against Duglito and Moman. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just do the novice level. So mercenary, so this one tells me I'm going to start with one of each of the resources, and then each one of them will start with 1 water as well. Okay, and then it also tells me I'm going to start with 3 troops in your garrison, and your rivals do not start with any troops in their garrisons. All right. And then it tells us that your 3rd agent, Swordmaster, is set aside. You will need to send an agent there, and then the rival Swordmasters will be placed underneath the 5th card in the conflict deck. When that card is revealed, and the rivals will get their Swordmasters as well. Now, I am using the upgraded miniatures for this, so I'm just going to keep track of the conflict cards off to the side, and after I have handled the 5 cards, then the next one they will get. All right, so the first player marker determines seating order for your rivals. Give the first player marker to the rival on your left. All right, so that'll be Duke Leto is going to start us off. All right, and then we have our deck. All right. So let's go ahead and see what he does to start us off. And he is going to harvest spice. So send the agents to the space with the most bonus spice, or total spice if tied. If no spaces have any bonus spice, reveal another card. So right now, since we're starting out the game, nobody has spice yet. So he's going to go to highliner yet instead. And this one is going to have him increase his influence there. And then he's also going to get 3 troops. All right. And then if he had any, and deploy them. So he's going to deploy them directly into the conflict. And then if he had any garrison here, he would have to add at least 2 from that. All right. So he's done. So we're over to my other rival, and he's going to wealth. And so he'll increase his influence there. And that is it. So now it kicks over to me. So I'm going to draw my cards. So I'm going to get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what I pulled. All right. The dagger. So I'm going to have some buying power. That's good. And seek allies and reconnaissance. Okay. What do I want to do? So let's go ahead and do reconnaissance first. And I'm going to go ahead and send a guy here. That's going to get me a troop. Oh, I forgot the real conflict card. We don't even know what we're going after here. I think I will send 1 in. And then I also get a card. So I pulled Dune Desert Planet. And that will be it for my turn. All right. So then it goes back over to Duglito. He's going to Secrets. And then that's it for him. So over to my other rival. So he's going here as well. So he's going to get a victory point already. And then he does recruit 2 troops. All right, so that's it for him. So back over to me to go. Well, I might as well do the Seek Allies. Let's do, so that has to be trashed. And I think I'm going to go to Still Suits. So I get a water. And I will get an influence there. And that is it for me. So back over to Duglito for combat. So he has no bonuses. So he's going to have a 6. And then he doesn't have anything, so he won't draw for combat. So then it's back over to me to handle my stuff. All right, so I do have the 1 dagger there, so that's going to give me a total of 3. And then I have 5 buying power. So I think that's a good one to start us off. And then we reveal a new one. The voice, what's the voice do? That is choose any board space. Opponents cannot send their next agents there this round. All right, I think that's pretty good as well. All right, and then that's all going to be discarded. All right, and then we are into combat. So Duglito is going to win that, so he's going to get to raise 1. He raises the one that he's the lowest in. So I think it'd be that one. And he gets a spice, and then I get 2 spice. And these guys all die. These get reset. That'll get discarded. We're on to the maker, so nobody went to any of the spicing areas. So each one of them gets 1. And then we do a recall, so everybody gets their agents back. All right, reveal a new conflict card. Ooh, all right, that's kind of nice. And I think that is everything. So this is going to be passed over there. And we're ready to start a new round. So we'll go ahead and start with him. All right, so he has fold space. So he's going here, pick up 1 there. And that is it. So then it goes to me, so I draw. So I'm going to have 4. I got to shuffle up these. Alright, so I got all the rest of my cards here. Alright, what to do? I still have one there. Alright, so I think I'm going to use my signet ring. That is going to give me a coin for using that. And then I'm going to go to sell melange. So I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to go ahead and sell all 3 that I have. That is going to give me 8 coins. All right, and I think that is it for me. So over to Duke Leto. He is going for some still suits. So that's going to raise him up 1. And he deploys 2 troops from the garrisons of the conflict. He doesn't have any right now, so that's not going to help him. All right, so back over to the Earl. So he's going for spice. So he's going to go here. He'll get that. And 3 more, so. All right, that finishes off his turn, so it's back to me. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go to a green space. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my Swordmaster, which gives me another one. So that's 8. So there's 6, 7, 8. And then I have an ability, whenever you pay money for anything, I get to draw a card. All right. That's it for me. So then it's going to kick over to Duke Leto. He's doing the same thing. He's going for spice as well, so he's going to get 3 there. All right. He's done. And actually with red, he should have deployed 2. I missed that. As yellow doesn't have any. He doesn't have any in his garrison, so he will not deploy any. All right, so then it's going to kick over to red to go for his. All right, so he's going to have 1 plus that, so he's going to have a 5. All right, so it's back over to me. I could go get a couple of spice. Now let me enter into the conflict at least. So it'd be really nice to get that. As Leto doesn't have anything, so I know exactly what I have to handle there. So I guess let's do that. So I'm going to get 1 there plus this one. And then I will send, well, that's just going to tie it. So I don't know if that's necessarily good. Do I still want to do that? Actually, let's do diplomacy instead. And I will go to Hardy Warriors. Dropping that in there. It gives me 2 more that I'll deploy right away. And I'll deploy 1 extra. That will, and then I get 1 here, which is going to give me a victory point. All right, so that works out. All right, and that is everybody that needed to go. So then it comes back to me for my reveal phase. I have 4 buying power. I think I will buy that. Okay. So that'll take care of all that. And then we're into combat. So I have 6 to his 5. So I am going to win that. So I get to raise 2 of my things by 1. Well, now that I have the Emperor card, let's go ahead and bump up 1 there. And let's do the Bene Jesuits. All right. That's my 2. And then second place goes to red. He's going to get a water and 2 coins. All right. Then we're into the makers. So just the one there. That will go away. So that's card number 2. And then we get our agents back. All right. First player is me. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's see what I got here. Okay, so I do have the Bene Jesuit thing now. And it's conflict. What do we got this turn? All right, this is raid stockpiles, so it's worth 3 spice and an intrigue. So let's go ahead and start out with that one. Lets me destroy a card. What do I got in here? Let's go ahead and destroy a dagger. Okay, and then where do I want to go? I think I'm going to go here, get the 3 spice. And I think that is it for my turn. So now we're over to Duke Leto. Right, so Leto is going to selective breeding. It's going to bump him up, so he's going to get a victory point. So he's at 1 now. And that's it for him. So over to the Earl. Carthage. Recruit 1 troop and deploy. All right. So then it's back to me for my second. I'm going to go ahead and I think use the... do I want to do that? No, maybe not. Not yet. All right, so I think I will use the voice. And I'm going to... go there again. Yeah, I think I'll go there. And I'm going to sell these 3 to get 8s again. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And then I get to choose a space where no one can go. For this turn, right? Choose a board space. Opponents cannot send their next agents to this round. All right. Let's stop them from going there if that's a possibility. All right, so it's over to Duke Leto. Rally troops. So he gets 4 troops. He does not get to deploy any. All right, and then it's over to Earl to go. Spice. He's going to draw another card because there's no spice out in those spaces. So he's going to the hall. He gets to recruit, but not place. All right, so now it's back over to me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use the dagger to spend 2 and buy the Memtat, which lets me gain a card. So I got to shuffle this, and then my Ruthless Negotiator ability also lets me, whenever I pay costs on the game board, I also get to draw a card. So I'll get 2 cards out of this. Okay, so I got the Signet Ring and Diplomacy. All right. That is the end of my turn, so then I would kick over to Duke Leto. He doesn't have any troops there, so he doesn't have to resolve a combat step. And Earl does, so let's go ahead and handle his stuff. So he's going to get 3 plus his... I forgot to reset, but he gets 5 anyways. All right. And then it's back to me for my guy, for the Memtats. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So Diplomacy, I am going to send him to Hardy Warriors. I'll use my last water. It's going to bump me up 1 there. I get to recruit 2 and deploy them. And then I'm going to deploy 1 more to beat him at 6. All right, then it kicks back around to me again for my reveal. So I'm going to get 4. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that one there. Reveal a new one. Space travel. Okay. All right, all that goes away. All right, and then let's handle combat. So again, I have the 6. So I am going to win with that. It gives me a card. So I have Charisma. Gain 2 during your reveal this turn. And then 3 Spice. And then red picks up 2 more. So he's almost ready to get another victory point from that. All right, so that handles combat. That is the 3rd card. Okay. And then we have Makers. All right, turn 4. Leto is going to, he's going to Arrakis. All right, so he gets to recruit a troop and deploy it into the conflict. And then he deploys up to 2 more. And then he activates the rival signet ability, which is to spend 1 to gain 1 influence with a faction where an opponent has more influence than you. All right, and it's pretty much either that one or this one. So let's go there. He gets another thing for that. And then it's over to the Earl. He's going to conspire. That gives him influence. And he gets to recruit 2. All right, then it's over to me. What do I got? So I have, all right, that's probably pretty good to not pass up here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. I will go here and get 2. I will spend 2, which I have anyways, to activate that ability as well. So I get an influence here, which gets me a victory point. And then I can gain 1 in one of the other 3 factions. So I think I will go here. Gets me alliance with them. I get this and a victory point for that. All right, that will take care of my turn. So it is over to Duke Leto for his 2nd. He is going to the Still Suits. So he gains an influence with the Fremen. And then he's going to deploy 2 troops from his garrison. So he is really bulking up there. Whew. All right, over to the Earl. Arrakis has been taken, so he has to do another card. So Spice, so he's going to go here and pick up 4. And then he will immediately cash in 7 of those total and gain a victory point. So that puts him here. All right, and then he can deploy 2 troops from the garrison. All right, so there's going to be a big fight here this turn. All right, back to me. And I don't have a lot of troops right now. Might have to forgo this one. All right, so let's go with the Death Commando here. I think I will destroy the Desert Planet one. And I think I'm going to go here. Lets me gain a troop and a water. Question is, do I deploy at this point? I think I'm just going to hold off. I think at this point, there's probably too much in there already. All right, going over to Duke Leto for combat. He has no extra bonuses, so that puts him at 10. Over to the Earl. He picks up 1 extra, so that gives him 5. And then it's back to me for my final trooper. It's probably my best option though. So I'm going to go ahead and go there. That'll get me 2 more plus the 1 there. All right, and that lets me deploy troops, but I think I'm gonna hold with that. All right, and then I have 2 buying power. I think I will pop that and pick up this one. The Smuggler's Thopter. All right, so that's gonna go into my discard. All right, and then we're into combat. So Leto definitely has that, so he's going to pick up a victory point, and then he does control Arakeen. Go ahead and clear that, and all his troops come off. All right, and then Earl picks up second place, so he gets 5, so that puts him at 6. All right, and I think that's card number 5, so I think they get their 3rd guy at this point. All right, we're back into it, so this is going to pass over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So let's start off with the Earl. He's going to go to there, and he gets the recruit troop. All right, over to me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start with the Fremen camp. All right, so that one lets me pay 2 to get 3 troops. And then I have to go to one of those spaces. So I guess I'll go there and pick up those 2 red back. All right, that's it for me. Over to Duke. He is going to Hardy Warriors, so that puts him there as well. He gets 2 that are going to go right into the conflict. Oh, and I should have chose if I was going to put any in or not. Yeah, I should probably put a couple in. All right. And that's it for him. So back over to the Earl. Selective breeding. They just keep taking those good cards. And that's it for him. Oop, wrong one. That's him. All right, and then it's me. Now let's go ahead and do that. The dagger, and I'm going to go and buy the Memtat. Gives me 2 cards. All right, so that gives me some more options. All right. Then it's back over to Duke Leto. All right, he's going to secrets. And then Earl for his. He's already gone there. So he's going to wealth. All right, so that gives him another experience. And he has that. All right, over to me. Well, I'm going to play diplomacy, and I think I will go there. That's 6. Oof, that's expensive. All right, so that gives me 5 troops, and I will put 2 more of those in there. Why not? And 2 water. And then I also get influence there. All right, that is it for my turn. So over to Duke Leto. He's going to Carthag. That lets him recruit a troop. Put 1 in there. And rally troops. So that's going to recruit for him. Oh, no. So he's totaling up. So he has nothing there overall. So now it's back to me for my final. I think that's what I will do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll go to the research station. It's going to cost me 2 water. And that is going to let me draw 3 cards. All right, so what did I get here? Okay, so not too bad. All right, so that finishes off my turn. So then it's over to Duke Leto to draw. He's going to get 2 more, so he's at 8. All right, red is not in the conflict, so then it's back to me for my reveal. All right, so I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then that also gives me 3, because I do have a bond. There is one that's been played there. So I have 8, 11. And then this one, I need an alliance, which I do not, so I will not get the benefit there. So I have 8 buying power. Okay. That's what I'll do. All right, so then we're into combat. Combat. I'm going to get 1 intrigue because I did win that. So who do I want to take that in? I got to be careful here. He's about to steal my allegiance there with him. I think I'll bump that up though. I'm going to give me a victory point there, and then I get 2 intrigue cards. Calculated higher, take the Memtat from the designated space in the Landstrad, or double cross. Pay 1, an opponent of your choice loses 1 troop in the conflict, and you deploy 1 troop from your supply. So that's pretty good. All right, so that's all coming back. These will be resets. The makers, we have 2. Okay, and then the troops come back. And that's going to be my turn to start us off, so that's good. We'll see what we can do here. All right, draw cards. I got 2. Let's reveal this one. So last of conflict 2s. So it's going to be another victory point and a discard. Or destroy a card. That's not bad. All right, moving into my turn. So that worked out really well. I do have the smuggler stopped there that came up, so that is not bad there. So it might be good just to use that right away. All right, so let's me go to a desert space. I guess let's go here. It's going to cost me a water. I get 3 spice. And then I do have 2 influence, so I get to draw 2 cards. Okay. And then do I want to... Yeah, send 2 in. All right, then it's going to be over to Duke. All right, he's going still suits. And that bumps him up. So he's going to gain 1, I'm going to lose 1, and he's going to pick up that. Damn. All right, and then he doesn't have any troops to deploy. All right, over to Earl. He's going to Arrakis. So that means that Leto gets a coin. He gets to recruit and deploy, and then support with 2 more. And then he activates a signet ring, which is going to get him a spice. All right, back to me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the dagger. And back to buying the MTAT. All right, that's going to get me 2 cards as well. All right, over to Leto. Still suits. He really wants the Fremen. Arrakis, no. All right, so fold space. That's going to get him another victory point. All right, and then over to... All right, so he's going for spice, so that's going to get him 4. Which basically will let him level up one more. Okay, and then he doesn't have any troops to deploy. All right, so it's back to me. All right, I think I'm going to use my signet ring. It's going to give me a coin. I'll go ahead and spend the 5 coins to go on the council, which also lets me draw a card because of my ability. Okay. All right, then it's going to be back over to Duke Leto. He's going to Carthage, which is going to get him a troop that he's going to deploy. And back over to, he's going back there. And that's him recruit. And that's back to me. Oop, I forgot to put a guy there. I'm like, there's something not right here. All right. All right, so I guess I'm going to just do Desert Planet. Go there. That gets me one more. And they have 6 to my 4 and 2. So I'll toss 2 more in. All right, so then it's over to Leto for combat. So that's going to put him at 3 because that gives him 1. For them, it gives them 1 more, so that's going to give them 7. So I'm already beating them on my reveal. All right, so I'm going to be at 8 right off the bat with my troops. And then I have this one, gives me 1 more. And do I have another? Yes, but that doesn't count. All right, so I have 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, at this point, I think let's start working on this. So it's going to get me a victory point there. All right, and that means that I do win combat. So what do I want to destroy here? Let's wipe out reconnaissance. Okay, and then I do get a victory point for winning combat. Okay, so these all go away. And that goes away. Conflict number 3 is revealed. All right, this is going to pass over there. Makers, there aren't any at this point because we all have people in there. All right. I think that's it. Oh, and I do get... I already took care of that. All right, so this one's 2 upgrades and an intrigue for winning this one. All right, I guess we're over to Atreides, Leto. All right, so Spice, so he's not going to go there because there isn't any. Still not going to go there. So he's off to Highlander. Bump him up to 3 there. I recruit 3 troops that are going to be deployed right away. All right, and then he's going back over to the hall again to recruit a troop. All right, and then I draw 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm going to use Firm Grip. I'm going to go up to Conspire. That's going to cost me 4 spice. That'll get me 5 coins, 2 troops, and an intrigue card. That'll be my 3rd one here. All right, so we have Poison, Snooper. Go to the top card of your deck and draw it or trash it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and spend that right away. I'm going to trash it. All right. And that is my turn, and then I do gain an influence there. Okay. All right, back over to Leto. I knew it. He's going to Hardy Warriors. So he gains an influence in the Fremen, so he's maxed out. He gets to recruit 2. They get deployed. Okay, and then back over to the Earl. Conspire was taken, so I got lucky there. Spice harvesting, nope. Rally troops, so he's going to drop 4 in there. So he's going to have a whole mess of guys potentially to call upon. All right, back to me. So I think I'm going to use my signet ring. I'm going to go ahead and buy the Memtat. It's 2. It gets me 2 cards. Okay, which were not very good. And then I do get a coin for the ring. All right, back over to Leto. Conspire has been taken. Carthag. He is all troops all day long here. And over to the Earl, selective breeding. Damn. He can pick up 1 there. So he's going to get another victory point. So we're all tied again at 5. All right, back to me. All right, let's go with diplomacy. And I'm going to do secrets. It's going to give me 1 there, which is a victory point. And an intrigue card. This one is bribery. Spend 2 to go up 1. I think I'll do that. Where do I want to do that at? Well, this Spacing Guild's pretty close. Yeah, let's do the Spacing Guild. All right. That is it, I think, for right now. All right. And I think I'm going to do double cross as well. So this one's going to cost me a coin. An opponent of your choice loses 1 troop in a conflict, and you deploy 1 troop from your supply into the conflict. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out 1 there. All right, so it's back over to Leto to determine his troop count. So he's got 3 more. So that's 10, 13. So I don't think anybody's getting him this time. Over to, well, didn't matter. So let's go ahead and take that back. All right. So then he doesn't have anybody in combat, so it's back over to me for my turn. And I'm running out of options here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one here. That lets me draw an intrigue card. So refocus, shuffle your discard pile into your deck, and then draw. So I think I'm going to go here. It's going to let me recruit, draw a card, and then he does get a coin for that. All right. And that is it for my turn. So then it goes back to my reveal step. So I do have 1 there, so that's going to give me 3 total. And I have 5 buying power. So I think I'll just pick up 1 of these. Or technically I have 7. Well, that would have been a little bit better, but I don't have enough for that anymore. All right, so those will all go away. And then we're resolving combat, so Leto's going to win. He's going to pick up 2 more. This is the only space he's not leading in, so he's going to gain a victory point for that. And he gets a card. And then for me, I do get 2nd place, so I'm going to get a card. Okay, corner market. And then 3 spice. All right, getting close. All right, so he's going to start us off. He's going to the spice. It's going to get him 4. So he's at 5 now. And then it's over to me. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I am going to pop refocus. This lets me shuffle your discard into your deck and then draw a card. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play folding or space travel. And I pretty much have to go to fold space. So that's going to get me one of these cards. It's going to bump me up into here, which does give me that and 3 coins and a victory point. And then I get to draw a card. Okay. Well, that's nice. All right. All right, then it's over to Duke Leto. He's going to Hardy Warriors. It's going to give him 2 in there. And he's already at max. All right, so back over to selective breeding. All right. Oh, wrong one. So he's at that. All right. All right, so I'm going to use Smuggler's Thopter. I will go there and get 2. It also lets me draw 2 cards. And then I can deploy 2. I'm going to send 2 in. All right, back over to Duke Leto. Spice, so he's going to go here. Get 3 more. Oof. Almost ready to get a point for that as well. And that lets him, oh, he doesn't have any more to deploy. All right. And then back over to, so fold space has been taken. Carthag. All right, he gets a troop. And deployed into the conflict, and then he gets to add 2 more from the garrison. So everybody's in on this one. All right, back to me. All right, so let's do fold space, or firm grip. I will go there. It's going to cost me 4 spice. It's going to get me 5 coins, 2 troops, and an intrigue card. All right. And then I'm going to pay 2 to increase in influence as well. So this is going to bump me up 1, so I'm tied right there. And then, who else do I want to bump up? So I could, up there. I think I'm going to go here though. I'm going to tie up there and see if I can get in there real quick. All right. And I think I will pop this, so it's going to let me spend a spice to take the Memtat. Gives me an extra character. All right, over to Leto. Keen, so he's going to pick up this. He gets the gain and influence where he's lowest. So do that one. And he gets to recruit in place. So they both got 3 in there now. All right, over to red for his combat. So he's got 3, and so 6, 9. Okay. Back to me for my Memtats. All right, so I'm going to go with diplomacy. I'm going to go secrets. It gives me an influence, which gets me that, and a victory point. I get to draw a card for that. This is rapid mobilization. Deploy any number of your garrison troops into the conflict. And then I get to draw 1 for the space as well. Lose 3 of your troops in the conflict for a victory point. Okay, so I'll go ahead and discard that one because I can only have 3 at a time anyways. And I will pop that. Lets me place any number of my troops in there, so might as well go all in at this point because I'm right there. All right. That's the end of my turn for that. So then it's over to Duke to draw. So he's getting 3 as well. So he's also at 9. And then it's back to me to reveal. All right, so I'm going to have 1, 2. So it's going to give me 14. And then I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I get a spice. So I'll buy another one of those, which gives me another victory point. And then we're into combat. So I'm going to win that. So it's going to give me 2 more victory points, which is going to take care of that. And then I get Imperial. So I'll end up owning that. But that is it. That's the game. I ended up pulling it off. It was close there for a while, and then I was able to get ahead right there at the end. That was a big turn for me. Well, that's it. I was able to pull ahead in the end, and I hope you found the video helpful. I was hoping to win this one, as it is the easiest difficulty, but let me know what your experience has been with the solo mode as well. What would you recommend? I definitely am going to be working on some of the harder difficulties. Would you like to see that on video? Let me know in those comments down below, as well as anything else you want to see around this one. And until next time, I'll see you later.